Oh, hey there, beauties. Happy Sunday. Welcome back to my channel. I hope you're having a fabulous day. Today, I want us to discuss an important topic. I want us to discuss the brands that I am also obsessed with for summer, and consequently, the brands that we all should be obsessing over for our summer wardrobes this year and also every year to come after that, basically. I have some timeless, classic, chic brands that I think can do no wrong for summer wardrobes. We have some French brands, we have some Italian brands, we have an American brand, we have a Swedish brand, we have a mix. We're gonna start with a French brand, and no, it's not Cézanne, even though I know everyone is obsessed with Cézanne, or however you pronounce that, but that could not be me, because I want to talk about Busnel. Busnel is a brand that my mom influenced me to be obsessing with, and we are both obsessed with this brand at the moment. Mother Siedler. She is a very timeless, classic lady in terms of what she wears. She adores a beautiful garment that will stand the test of time, and that is of beautiful materials, and Busnel is basically one of those brands. They've been around for forever. I have a few items to show you because I thought, since we're gonna talk about clothing, I need to bring out the clothing from the brands that we're gonna talk about from my wardrobe. Why I'm obsessed with Busnel. It's a brand that's been around for forever. They started in 1920. So they've been creating beautiful garments for a long, long time. A cult classic here in Sweden is the Busnel Victoria jacket, I think it's called. It's basically one of those kind of blazer jacket type garments, right? It's beautiful, it's classic. I've tried that jacket so many times. For me, the proportions are just wrong. I feel like for a pear shape, that jacket, because it's a pretty straight up and down jacket, it can kind of hug the hips in a way that I personally don't enjoy, which is why it's not a jacket for me, right? But last summer, I found this beautiful navy blue jacket in like a thrift shop, like just a normal thrift shop in my town. I showed it to you guys last summer, and some of you were so obsessed, and I am so obsessed too. It literally just says Busnel Marine on the back, and it has that kind of sailor. It's not a hoodie, but it's a little like thing that sits on your back, and it has that like V-neck detail on the front with the beautiful gold buttons. The classic Busnel garments, they have that little Busnel applique on the sleeve that just ties into their like nautical vibe so well, and I adore this brand. I think they can do no wrong for summer. Obviously, this is not the most summery garment, but I live in Sweden, right? And Sweden is pretty cold in general. So this kind of garment I can get away with just wearing with a pair of shorts or with a pair of jeans, like if it's a little bit colder, or just over a dress. Like this is just a perfect little like summer jacket for me. One of my friends, she lives in Egypt, and every time I say a summer jacket, she laughs, because in Egypt, it's literally so warm in the summer, so you don't need a jacket. And even though I understand that a summer jacket is not applicable for everyone, a summer jacket is applicable for me, even though it's ridiculous. My parents gave me a felt hat from Busnel for my birthday. Very cute, very not summer appropriate, so we're not going to talk about it now. I haven't worn it, but I need to wear it in winter and fall because I think it's just so stunning. And after that hat, I'm just like, oh my god, I'm obsessed with Busnel. Busnel is one of those brands that I need to look into more. Then all of a sudden, I found a beautiful linen dress. This dress you can still buy on their website. It's called the Nanette Solid Dress Marine. I have mine in a size 36. It's just a beautiful linen dress, and it's just the perfect dress for summer in my opinion, and I'm so happy to have this. This is just the epitome of summer garment to me, and I think if you look at Busnel things for summer, you truly cannot go wrong. I have one more summer jacket to share with you that I just found on Sellpy, and I think this is the perfect little summer lady jacket that is also from Busnel. Do you see why I'm obsessed with Busnel? This is a Bordeaux jacket, and I'm so obsessed with it. This little sweater gives me grandma vibes, and I just want to live my best grandma life this summer. It has the beautiful gold buttons, as with most Busnel things. It has that little applique, the little nautical vibe on the sleeve, and it's just a perfect color. And I am just so obsessed. I'm like, Chanel jacket who? When you can have a Busnel jacket. This is just amazing, stunning, gorgeous. And if you're not obsessed with Busnel already, may I suggest that you go go and have a little look-see on their website or on your favorite pre-loved website, right? And see if you can find some beautiful Busnel things, because they're beautiful quality. They're beautiful, like nautical, classic kind of designs and styles of garments. And it's just the perfect brand for summer, in my opinion, even though a lot of what they do is merino wool. But like I said, if you're not already obsessed with Busnel, may I invite you to my Busnel fan club and we can all be obsessed. Now to an Italian brand. This is one of my all-time favorite brands. This is Max Mara. Max Mara does such beautiful garments. I mean, I have a collection of things from them, right? I had one of my friends over recently and she's like, everything in your apartment is a collection. When will you stop collecting things? I'm like, never. That could not be me. Stop collecting things? That's not for me. I have things ranging from warm winter coats to beautiful linens for summer, right? Which is why we're talking about them today. I think Max Mara does linen like no one else. That's not true, because we're going to talk about a lot of beautiful linen things. But Max Mara does that effortlessly sophisticated Italian vibe so well. And I think that leans itself so well for summer, right? Summer and obviously Italy go hand in hand for many of us. When we think about summer, we think about an Italian summer. And when you think about an Italian summer, obviously you have to think about Max Mara. No brainer, right? But just quickly on Max Mara, right? You have a lot of different kind of lines of Max Mara. You have the main line, which is that gray and white label. You have the studio line, right? Which is that Bordeaux and red label. And then you have the Weekend Max Mara. I think all of them are great. Weekend Max Mara is the one with a little bit more of an approachable price point, if we can put it like that. The studio and the main line, they're pretty pricey, but with all of these things, just scout the pre-loved market, because there are so many beautiful secondhand Max Mara garments, and all of these brands that we're going to talk about today, there's so much good stuff on the pre-loved market. So I would say don't pay recommended retail price for any of these things, but Max Mara. All of the lines that we just talked about, I'm obsessed with. They can do no wrong. If you look at the summer garments, linen at Max Mara is simply where it's at. If you need to look professional in summer, a linen blazer from Max Mara might be just what you need, right? Because this you can wear. I wore it during a meeting in Italy and in Spain and stuff, and it was so warm. But I kept cool, calm, and collected because I was wearing my linen blazer, right? It has these beautiful like pearlescent buttons that I think just play so nicely into the summer vibes. This just because we talked about the labels of the things, right? This is from the main line of Max Mara. Let me just, if you see that little label right there with the gray and white, and I have mine in a size Italian 38, and it's 100% linen, right? So this is just a beautiful blazer that literally, if you find something like this on the pre-loved market, I found mine on the pre-loved market, right? I don't think you can go wrong with something like this for summer. Max Mara does that effortlessly stylish Italian lady vibe so well. A blazer at that is just the epitome of that vibe, right? So if I do say so myself, I would recommend you to have a little look-see at a Max Mara blazer if you want a linen blazer. But if you're not a fan of Max Mara, we're going to talk about other linen blazers too. So sit back, relax, and don't stress in case you're not a Max Mara fan, even though how can one not be a Max Mara fan? This is a dress that I bought recently. This looks like nothing on the hanger, obviously, but this is such a beautiful dress. A wrap dress for summer, I think, is the way to go. A wrap dress for all seasons, obviously, because it's flexible, right? If you have a big dinner, the wrap dress will not tell because you can just adjust to what level of wrap you wrap the dress, if that makes sense. This is also 100% linen. This is also the main line of Max Mara. It is in a size Italian 40. A linen wrap dress for summer is gorgeous. A black long dress for summer I think is also so sophisticated and chic. I think it's unexpected, right? Because usually people wear little frilly mini dresses because that's the summer uniform of most people, but a black dress like this for summer, I'm just like, slay. So sophisticated, so chic. Equally bottoms. Bottoms for summer. These are from Weekend Max Mara. They are just the perfect black linen short. They're in a cotton and linen blend. So if you're someone who doesn't enjoy a crinkled linen, get something with cotton mixed into it and then you won't have that issue, right? Because the cotton will essentially make the garment a little bit more sturdy and a little bit more resistant to wrinkles, right? So you won't get that crinkled linen as quickly. Sure, if you wear them all day, these are a little little bit crinkled, right? But not to the same extent as you would if you were wearing just 100% linen shorts. That being said, I think crinkled linens for summer, I've said this before, right? But I think crinkled linens for summer is so chic. I don't think you should worry about linens crinkling, because that just shows that you're living in your linens and you're enjoying your summer, right? And that's what we all should do. And we shouldn't be worrying about steaming the linen things every 10 minutes because we don't want to have crinkled linens. I'm just bored thinking about it. Just go enjoy your summer in your crinkled linens and live your best life. That's my key takeaway on crinkled linens. Now, the last little linen thing from Max Mara that I do have is this little linen skirt. This is something that I want to wear more because I think it's such a chic garment, but I haven't worn it that much yet. But I'm just like, this summer will be the summer of this skirt, because I'm just like, with my Cartier belt, I think this will be so cute. Or like with my Hermès belt or something, but just this with a chic belt, just with a white t-shirt or with a white like linen shirt or something, I think could be so cute and such an effortlessly chic vibe for summer. But I'm more of a shorts girly for summer, which is just why I'm just not wearing this that much. But I'm just like, if you're a skirt person, a linen skirt is just amazing, and I need to challenge myself to wear this more because it's a beautiful piece. From Weekend Max Mara this is as well. And I've had this tailored, but it was an Italian 44, but we can say that it's no longer that, so that size reference is irrelevant. Also, I think at some point I need to make like a Max Mara brand highlight or like a Max Mara collection video, right? Because I'm just obsessed with Max Mara. I have so many Max Mara things and I just want to show them to you so that we can talk about all of these beautiful things. But can I just say that Max Mara is one of those stores where I've had the most consistent experience in the store. No matter if I'm in Rome or I'm at the airport or I'm in Stockholm or wherever I am, the Max Mara sales associates, they're so nice, they're so helpful, they're so welcoming. They bring the clothes to you in the dressing room and you just stand there and they style you, and there's so much fun to be had in a Max Mara store, literally. Even though it's a pretty expensive store, it doesn't feel like you're walking into one of those stuffy like designer stores where the service is a little bit so-so and blah blah blah, right? It's such a great environment, and I don't know, you feel so well taken care of and stuff. So I just wanted to say, Max Mara sales associates, the best. I adore them so much. Now back to a French brand, specifically one of the oldest French brands that I know. This is my favorite brand of all time, which is obviously Hermès. You all know my obsession with Hermès. I have a little bit of an Hermès collection. I filmed one a few months ago. It's grown since then and it will continue to grow because Hermès is one of those brands that I'm just like, no matter how many Hermès items I have, I will always be on the lookout for more because Hermès makes beautiful quality items both for summer and winter and whatever season you are in life, right? Hermès is just my all-time favorite and they can do no wrong, and this is my Hermès summer. And when I say that this is my Hermès summer, I mean not only because I am a fangirl of Hermès, but also because literally all the footwear I'm wearing this summer is Hermès. It's not intentional, but it just ended up that way. My most recent Hermès shoe purchase are these beautiful Hermès loafers. These are a suede loafer. They have the gold hardware and they're just beautiful, and they're the most comfortable loafers. I call them my slippers because that's how comfortable they are. I bought them on the pre-loved market, so someone else did the hard job of breaking these in for me, so thank you for your service. But these loafers I bought on the back of another very successful purchase, which was these Hermès loafers. These are patent leather Hermès loafer, also with gold hardware. This is getting a little bit ridiculous holding them up, but that's fine. These loafers I started wearing as soon as the weather warmed up, and I was just like, oh my god, I love these so much. They're such a great loafer. So when I saw these pop up on the pre-loved market, I was just like, no, I need them. There is no going back. Let me just buy them. I had to get both, obviously, and now I have my perfect black loafers and my perfect brown loafers and a pair of Hermès loafers that I have from a prior year. These are my Hermès Pegasus loafers. They have the silver Kelly buckle or palladium Kelly buckle, right? And they're in a navy blue. I think navy blue is one of the best colors for summer. Not only summer, for all seasons, but also summer. And these loafers are just brilliant. I've worn them so much. They're super comfortable. My only gripe with them is that the sole is very thin in the front, so I had my cobbler add a little bit more thickness because basically the suede started wearing out a little bit on the point of the toe, right? So I found my own little fix for that, but if I was to tell Hermès something about these loafers, I would say add a little bit more of a substantial sole, especially near the toe, so that you don't wear them out so quickly, especially considering the price of Hermès garments and shoes and items and accessories and whatever. They should stand the test of time, right? And now with that little added padding right near the toe, I think they will, because I've worn them so much and now I don't see any wear and tear anymore, right? But just beware if you're buying one of these types of pairs of loafers. Now those are on my feet every single day this summer, but what's on my arm every single day this summer is an Hermès Click H bracelet. Today I woke up and chose violence because I added 3 Hermès Click H bracelets because I was just like, no. 1 is simply not enough for today. Then I added 2 and I was just like, what if I added 1 more? Too much is just enough, in my opinion. These are just my obsession of life. Like the first one I bought is the Bordeaux colored one, and that I've had literally for 12 years now, I think. I think I bought it in 2013 or 2012, maybe. 2013, I think. And I've just added 1 more here and there to my collection, and now I have 6 of them. I have more colors on my wish list, but I'm not in a rush to add them because I already have 6 beautiful Hermès Click H bracelets. And I know they're costume jewelry. They're probably not the most bang for your buck item on the market, but I think fine jewelry is also amazing, stunning, gorgeous. I have fine jewelry pieces too, but I think an Hermès Click H bracelet will always be an Hermès Click H bracelet, and I will always be obsessed. Beyond that, most days I've been wearing my Hermès belt because this Hermès belt is just all the colors that I want. I want a black strap too, but I don't have that. But what I do have is the navy blue side and the brown side, and obviously these colors I wear a lot of, right? So this is just such a useful belt, and I've been wearing it so much this summer. I've also been wearing it so much in winter and in fall and everything, so this is just such a great belt. And obviously when we talk about Hermès, this is the summer of my Birkin. This is my Birkin in Togo leather in noir with gold hardware, and I think she's so beautiful. And I got a new bag insert for her, so now she looks a little bit more prim and proper, and she stands up with better posture, so that is just fabulous. I am so obsessed with this. Should I take it out? I mean, everyone knows what an Hermès Evelyn 16 is. This is just the little cutest bag of life, and I'm so obsessed with her. I've worn her so much already this summer because it's just one of those teeny tiny easygoing black bags that just, it fits your essentials, it fits what you need. It's so light, so you barely feel it on your body, so that's also why it's so great for summer, right? It doesn't weigh you down, it doesn't add warmth and bulk and blah 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 to your outfit, right? It's just the most simple and easygoing bag that you can have, and it's just amazing, stunning, gorgeous. The last Hermès item, no, not the last, the second to last, is just this little teeny tiny Il Dico bag that is from 1972, and I think she's so cute, and I don't want to put her over my head, but she's just such a great little shoulder bag or a shorter crossbody bag. This is just such a great bag, and if you have an Hermès grizzly or suede bag, right, make sure that you wear it in the summer. One of you guys commented that now is the perfect time to wear an Hermès grizzly bag, right? Because for the practicality of it all, like when are you gonna wear a suede bag otherwise if not in summer? When you have great weather, you don't have to worry about the Hermès grizzly being sad in the rain, right? So just go pick up your Hermès grizzly items and just wear them in summer. Lastly, an Hermès linen blazer. This I found pre-loved and I'm so obsessed with it, and this color is just perfect. And paired with my Hermès loafers and with a belt and with a little bag and obviously with a stack of Hermès Click H bracelets, I'm just like, no, my summer is here. This is summer for me. Just a gorgeous linen blazer. Obviously this one is from Hermès. You don't have to have an Hermès linen blazer, but this is a beautiful blazer and I'm so obsessed with it. And I think it gives that kind of chic grandma vibe to me that I'm just so here for summer. Now we need to move on from Hermès before this video becomes just an Hermès video, and we can't have that, even though I adore Hermès things. Just one thing, this is also an unlined blazer. I think an unlined blazer, if you want to stay cool, calm and collected, is the way to go for summer, no matter which brand you buy your blazers from. Another brand that I'm always obsessed with, but also for summer, that I just wanted to give a quick shout out to, it's also a French brand, it's Cartier. Cartier, I think, is just the best. Cartier makes such beautiful pieces. I don't have a love bracelet or a Justin Clue or whatever, but what I do have is a gorgeous Cartier watch, and I think a Cartier watch just adds a little bit of sophistication to any outfit. Also in summer, it just goes with everything, and I'm obsessed. But what I'm even more obsessed with, not to say that I'm not obsessed with this watch, but this bag, this is one of my summer staples. And yes, it's a Bordeaux colored bag. It's a Cartier bag from the 90s that is just so beautiful. I don't take this phrase lightly, but for the Cartier vintage bags, I would say run, do not walk to get a vintage Cartier bag at your favorite pre-loved website, because these are just beautiful quality. The color is beautiful. The gold hardware just adds vibes. I think this is such a rich, sophisticated, beautiful bag, and I'm just like, this is not a winter bag for me. I know one of you guys who bought it, you're like, I don't really know how to style it because the color is a very particular color, and I agree, but it's a particular color that goes for every season, at least for my wardrobe, right? I wear, as we have seen, a lot of navy blue, a lot of like beige, a lot of brown, a lot of black, a lot of some white here and there and stuff. And this bag goes with me in any season. It's a beautiful bag, and for summer, I think this is an unexpected pop of color that, I mean, all of the pastel girlies would say, do not wear this in summer. I'm not a pastel girly. I adore a Bordeaux also in summer, and I think an unexpected color in summer is just the color to go for, because then it's like, oh my god, she knows her style. And even if it's summer, she doesn't like go away from her style narrative, because this is just her bag, you know? And I think there's something so chic about that vibe, and I'm just obsessed. I have two brands left. These are basically brands that I think are just stunning, amazing, gorgeous, and that you can never go wrong with. And the first one is Ralph Lauren. Obviously, it's a cult classic. Everyone knows Ralph Lauren. Everyone probably has a couple of pieces in their wardrobe from Ralph Lauren. What I'm so obsessed with for summer from Ralph Lauren, yes, the linen garments, I have a couple of them here to talk about, but mainly a cotton cable knit jumper. A cotton cable knit jumper draped over your shoulders for summer is the best accessory you can add, honestly, because it adds preppiness and sophistication to your outfit, but at the same time, if you get cold, you can just put the sweater on your body and then you're comfortable. So I think these are just a great little styling tool. I have a little collection of them. My black one I've worn so much. This is such a great little sweater, and it's in a size small. It's 100% cotton. This is my oldest one. This one I've had for forever. I don't even remember when I bought this, but this has just always been in my wardrobe. It's washed out, it's been worn, it's been loved. I still wear it and love it, but obviously it's lost some color and stuff, but I'm just like, no, this is perfect. This will never leave my wardrobe, and I'm just obsessed. This is a red sweater that I'm just like, this is stunning, amazing, gorgeous. I adore that it has the little buttons. This one is in a size medium, also 100% cotton, but it's a very poppy red, right? So you need to wear it with blue and white, and then you are 4th of July. No, I'm kidding. But basically, a cotton sweater from Ralph Lauren, a classic. I also have another brand that is a great alternative to Ralph Lauren if you don't want to buy Ralph Lauren. But just quickly, another beautiful linen blazer that I have is from Ralph Lauren. This one I've worn so much. This is from the Polo Ralph Lauren line. I have mine in a size 4. It's such a brilliant blazer. This is also unlined, or it has a little bit of lining in the front, but the back is unlined, and it's lined with cotton because it's that middle ground of a navy blue and like a denim blue, you can wear it either way. You can pair it with like a little chino pant, or you can pair it with jeans, or you can pair it with something white or just whatever. This is just a perfect blue color in my wardrobe and in my little linen blazer collection. And Ralph Lauren makes beautiful tailoring, obviously. So do not sleep on Ralph Lauren linen blazers either, because I think also on the pre-loved market you can find such great Ralph Lauren pieces, which this is something I found pre-loved last year. This is also from the Ralph Lauren line, and it's in a size 4, and it's just a white linen dress, and I bought it last summer for a white party. Who has white parties anymore? But I went to a white party. But this has a little tie waist. The belt is right here. I'm not gonna take it out, but it's just 100% linen. It's a little bit see-through, as with many white linen things. And also, if it's gonna rain, do not wear anything in white linen because it will become see-through. If you have a little outdoorsy garden party, a white linen dress, just wear it and you will be the chicest girly at the party. Ralph Lauren makes great linen things and high quality things at that. They're one of my favorite little like preppy brands. So those are just always a good time, finally. If you're not obsessed with a Ralph Lauren cable knit jumper, then I would say if you want something that's a little bit more obscure and different, go to Holebrook Sweden. Holebrook Sweden is one of those cult classic Sweden brands. Let me bring out my most cult classic one. This we call a Pippi Longstocking sweater here in Sweden. Just to set the scene, this was my summer house sweater. This sweater lived at the summer house. We had a little summer house with like a little beach, and we had a little boat, and we had like the most beautiful little, it was like a room with glass windows where you could just sit, and it was completely quiet because we were at our own little place in essentially the Swedish forest. You could look out over your own little beach with a boat and the sea, and it was just the most amazing time. I loved to go there when it was raining, and I could just sit there and just listen to the rain on the ceiling and watch the rain fall on the water, and just like sit there in this sweater and just enjoy the quietness and the peaceful vibes. This sweater I've had for such a long time. I think this is even a child size, but it's probably stretched because I've worn it literally for half of my life. I probably got this when I was like 12. But this is such an amazing sweater. It's such beautiful quality. It's 100% cotton. You can't go wrong with this type of sweater because it gives nautical in the best way. Probably also for me, it's a bit of a sentimental kind of I get nautical vibes, because this was my nautical sweater. This was like if you're going on the boat and it's a little bit of a chilly evening, you just put this on with your little like floating device or whatever. But this is just stunning, amazing, gorgeous. Beyond that, I also have 3 other Holebrook Sweden sweaters if you're not a fan of that type of sweater. I have one with just a solid stripe. It has a little white base, it has a blue stripe, and then it says Holebrook Sweden in red on the sleeve, and you have also that little Holebrook Sweden tag on the bottom of the hem of the sweater, and this is just stunning, amazing, gorgeous. This is in a size small. That one I don't know because the label has worn off, but like I said, probably a child size. And I think if you're one of these people who appreciate a nautical vibe, you like a cotton sweater for summer, but you don't really enjoy a cable knit jumper, something like this. This is also just, this I stole from my mom. This is in a size small as well. This one has a little leather tab on the bottom that says Holebrook Sweden, and it's just a navy blue solid sweater. And then to complete the collection, if we have a navy blue solid sweater, then we obviously have a white solid sweater as well. And this is just my most recent acquisition. This one I found on Sellpy for literally €3. It was so inexpensive, and I'm so happy that I found it. And they had so many great Holebrook Sweden items on Sellpy. So I'm like, if you are in a country that Sellpy ships to, and if you're interested in Holebrook Sweden things, go on there and find your perfect little Holebrook Sweden sweater, because these are a Swedish classic. If you want a cotton sweater that's not the standard cotton sweater that everyone else has, this is it, literally. What else can I say? Now, just one final brand that I have nothing of, but my mom adores so much. And I thought, because you all adore Mother Seidler, I should mention it. My mother adores a French brand called St. James. It's basically pretty similar to Busnel, I would say, in terms of the vibe. It's a lot of like cotton garments. It's a lot of like t-shirt dresses. My mom adores their t-shirt dresses. It's a lot of like Breton stripes. Is that what they're called? They're beautiful quality. Like I said, go for the all cotton things. There are some polyester things. You know how I feel about polyester. I'm not a fan, right? But I think if you're a fan of the like classic French kind of vibe, then go look at St. James. My mom has like jackets from them. She has a sweater, no, not sweater dress. She has a t-shirt dress that she literally wears on repeat in summer. She has their long sleeves, their short sleeves. I've seen that they make like great slacks and stuff. So I think it's just a brilliant brand and one that I should look more into, because I also like the like classic French aesthetic, right? I think that's always a good time. Obviously a striped little sweater is not something that I'm a stranger to, so maybe I need to look into St. James as well, but I thought I would just mention that as one final little tidbit at the end. These were the brands that I'm so obsessed with for summer. Just quickly, right? It was Busnel, it was Max Mara, it was Hermès, it was Cartier, it was Ralph Lauren, and then St. James at the end, right? So if you're not already obsessed with these brands, may I suggest you go and have a little look-see? And like I said, join the fan club of obsessing over these brands because they have such great garments. What is your favorite brand for summer? I would love to know. Are you also obsessing over any of these brands? I would also love to know that, but thank you. Like I said, once again, so much for watching and for being here. I really adore having these chats with you. If you like having these chats with me, don't forget to give me a little thumbs up and a little comment. I adore chatting with you guys in the comments. And I will see you back here with my next video. And until then, stay safe, take care, and I will see you soon. Bye.